Hello everyone, and welcome back to Planescape Torment. Let us resume game. Okay, so we do have questionable updates. Okay. Actually, that's right. We have these quests here, and I have not actually been properly researching any of them to figure out how we get through them. Planescape Torment walkthrough. Let's see here. Gathering Dust Bar. Pretty sure. Also gained deck contract Emmerich for. Outside and learn about the mausoleum's restless dead. Offer to get to the bottom of the details. It's north of the bar. You will be able to enter it now. Oh, there's some extra stuff there I didn't realize. How he gets his bodies. You should ask. You can find the source of Ferod's bodies for Emmerich. Initiate Emmerich, who you can find. The Ganondust bar gives you his quest. After meeting Ferod in the burnt village, ask him where he gets so many bodies, then return. Oh, really? Oh, well, that quest is officially donezo. So that's just blown out of the water. Might as well just give me the ability to cancel that because that's pretty much done. Decanter of Endless Water. Backtrack. Backtrack to the location menu. These caverns. It's a story, and bringing back the decanter it needs. You need to do this if you want to get Ignis. The decanter is in another section of the catacombs. We'll get to it later. Nope, not in here. Oh, one more hammer, one skull in the body in the room at the end of the decanter of endless waters, and a pile of rubble in the bit north of the body. Oh, do we have it? Or did we miss it? Oh! We have it.
All right.
Let's get quests done. Let's go to Burn Village. I assume there's no one else we can talk to find out information.
Done.
Well, actually, I wonder. Maybe.
Aye. What is it you want then?
Do you know how he died? Hey, she shakes her head. I don't. No one with the half of mine would. Pharaoh got a long shadow, he does. You cross and you end up getting the stick here, Will. I don't have any, you don't have to come anymore. Alright then, I have some other questions. Can you tell me a bit about him? Old Cutter Crutch? He's not da. Well, not my real da. He found me when I was a wee girl. Oh, so she's adopted. Okay. I was gonna say, as far as I was aware, he was biological father, and he must have been doing something with a devil or a demon. But no, okay, so she's not biologically his. He just adopted her after finding her. Anna shrugs. He needed a collector to crawl into places the rest of his fat gullies couldn't squirm, so he took me under his crutch. Didn't think you looked much like him anyway. Her eyes narrow and her tail begins to lash back and forth. And what do you mean by that then? I mean that you don't look like each other. Oh. Oh no, that could have tipped you off to that, eh? My hair, my skin. Can't think of anything else. Anna slaps herself on the forehead, then sneers sarcastically. Maybe it was the tail. Aye, that might have been it. You're so much sharper than I am. You're a real gem. What the hell's is the problem? I made a simple statement and you twisted like a dagger. A dagger's a dagger, so it is. All I was saying is that you and Pharaoh look nothing alike. The two of you don't have much in... Oh, wow. Crushes out deeper. Oh, is that so? And how do you see that? She just stares at you, so that's all I meant. Are you listening to me? Someone leans in and bites you sharply in the neck, giving you a soft hiss. Rather than pulling back, she presses closely into you, whispers in your ear, "Do you fancy your chances?" Her nails begin to slowly more hypnotic than angry. You can feel Anna's heart beating in her chest, and you... I want you to know something, and you can't poke fun at me. Alright. Do you know the way drives Bremer in the Chaos Minute does? She sniffs up and down your neck and gives you a low, eager hiss. I see the way you look at me. I like it. You got hungry eyes? Yeah, you do. Oh my. Wow. Okay. Mort, I'd like to interject here and point out that I'm not going to say anything to spoil the mood, Chief. I'll just float out there and watch. Don't mind me, just sitting here floating and watching. That's me. Wow, this suddenly took an unusual turn. I was going to ask her about Farron some more, but this took a total side turn. Do you know, I could smell you 50, from 50 paces. That smell of formaldehyde pouring out of you like one of them dusty shamblers. If you cleaned yourself up some, you might be a right prize. Her eyes flash. I'd make a passion with you, so hard you'd be knocked off the spire. Jeez. She steps back, her tail flicking lightly against your leg, then gives you a hard stare. So do you fancy me? Wow, okay. Alright, this has gone to a weird side note. Mm. Yes, I do. Mm. This is an unusual choice, and I'm not sure how the reaction will be to these particular choices. Fuck it. Alright. Off that awkward moment. Hmm. To mention the name, Anna spits 3 times and makes a semicircle over her heart. Sister, are you daft? Don't be mentioning her name if you value your life. Oh boy. She's the evilest of the old grey ladies, she is. And her voice drops almost to a whisper as if afraid of being overheard. 50 men and I'm more than to toss around than powers. It said she's a brambles through and through, even her heart. It said that you can never kill her, 'cause her body's like a tree. You lop off one limb and there's always another still growing somewhere else across the plains. You speak as if she's still alive. Of course she is. She has to be. Anna's voice drops again. How would you kill a thing like her? That's why the lady had to maze her, so it said. I had other questions. Did you find anything in my body before you brought it to the mortuary? I mayhap have found something, but if I found something, it's mine by right. It's the other bits are in Farrod's keeping. I don't have time for this. What did you find on me? Well, you had some fist irons, you did, and a little bit of jink, but I left that for the Dusty so they'd think I was a wee bit honest. You had an ugly ring that I kept. She dips her finger into her arm braces and pulls forth a small ring with a stone mounted on it. For thrice more than the jink and the irons it was. She studies the ring and then squints. Too bad it's too ugly to wear. I don't even want that back, but okay. Didn't want the ugly thing anyway, I didn't. Alright, fine. Now, when you mentioned the other stuff went into Farrod's keeping, what did you mean? Farrod takes a bit of each corpse we find, he does. Is his right being Lord of the Village or no? Alright, he's probably keeping it in the vault then. Let's move on.
Zerift. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Zerupt, you came in too late to miss a weird makeout session between the redhead and the nameless one. I'm not even kidding. It was weird for a few minutes. She was teasing him, and then I had him just go, you know what, if you're gonna tease, let's tease back.
Zerift. Huh.
This is the vault, right? Yeah. So where... This is a vault, then where is he keeping things? Yeah, I forget how... Oh, I remember how it started. Basically, he was saying how she looks nothing like her father, which she did admit to being adopted, apparently.
Done.
And she cheeses the character. Oh, yeah, as if it wasn't obvious, because she's a tiefling. And he's just like, no, it's not just that. It's your attitude, and there's some other... let's say he put it on sweetly, some other details about her that he quite likes, if you will. And then she goes in and starts nibbling at his neck and teasing him, and then he's just like, okay, tease him back. I found cheese.
Zerift. I've just been changing my Kindle so I can read more of Wheel of Time.
Ah. I actually found out there's a novelization of this game out there, actually.
Zerift. Charging, darn it.
Oh, it's a magical item. Okay. That needs to go back to him.
Hey, come on.
And he can have all of those back.
Zerift. My contact have also been acting up.
Yeah, that'd be a pain in the ass. That's probably one of the reasons I don't really get into contacts at all. Just figured out that this decanter is what we needed to give to that one voice in the wall, which is kind of where we're headed to, so we can finish up that quest. But then I got sidetracked on the idea that maybe we could find stuff in the vault here. Like chromatic frickin' orb! Yeah! Oh, by the way, that reminds me. I don't know if I covered this when you were on a stream, Zerf, but you might be interested in what Dekon's spellbook is like. If you're interested, let me know. I can pull it up and show you the details. That's another spell. What the hell? Scroll of Swarm Curse. Yeah, we need to double check and triple check everything here. Oh, there's another one up here. Magic friggin' missile. Ooh. Empty. Empty. We need to like search all the bookshelves. It's official now. They are trying to hide shit in plain sight in here. Alright. She's been keeping those. And actually, I'll have her turn over the crutch just to identify it later. But, yeah. Okay. Copy spell.
Zerift. So, tomorrow I work on prep work for my session Sunday, and the day after is working on my setting and blows a party horn my birthday Saturday, and you talking about the Conan game. Sure, why I'm always interested in checking out spell books.
Saturday, and you talking about the Conan game. Sure, I'm always interested in checking out spellbooks. Alright, so this circular object here is actually his spell book. The Unbroken Circle of Zetherman. Zethman. I don't know. Anyway.
Zerift. Interesting.
The small stone is the unbroken circle Zerthiamon. The unbroken circle is a Zerth religious item. The Zerth religious item, containing teachings of Zerthiamon, the founder of the Gazerari people. The circle is made up of a series of interlocking circles that fold out from one another depending upon which branch of the reader wishes to follow in the path of teachings. It is said that the Zerps spend years poring over the combination of plates looking for new significance in the teachings. Dakon seems to use the text as a means of focusing for his spellcasting abilities, for he pores over the tablet occasionally memorizing the words. In short, his spellbook. And speaking of which, we got some new stuff in here. Chromatic Orb, identify, armor. Iron Fist. Magic frickin' Missile. Oh, look at that. We got a new spell slot in here. Here we go.
Zerift. Eat your heart out, wizards who think tattoo spellbook's the most interesting spellbook.
Fuck that tattoo spells. We got a freaking interlocking, movable, circular thing of craziness that just unfolds and folds back up again to a little circle. How's it work? I don't know. This is what you get for the other planes. Still can't do remove curse yet.
Zerift.
I don't think we have anything else for this. No. I don't know, you just kind of focus on one part of the circle and then it just starts unfolding in your hands and you just keep reading. Okay, yeah, this is where we figured out that there's more than one possible per area.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me, Fiendling. Or hug me. Or kiss me.
I think he just... I think he just picked up on what happened between the Nameless One and Anna is now trying to coax Anna into something too.
Zerift.
Mort.
What?
Mort, shut your mouth. Basically, he was just begging for positive affection out of her. Hello. I'll check in now. I don't see anything else. Okay. It's weird. For a vault, it's not very vault-like. It's more like a giant bloody library. Nothing on these. Nope. Alright, and nothing else to grab here at the moment at least, so... Away we go.
I'm gone.
Zerift. Friday I get to spend time with my niece for birthday weekend, and Saturday I'll spend it with the rest of the family.
Okay. You know what time it is? It's time to open the gate before I break your arm.
All right.
Oh, hello. You boys haven't been around in a while. Attack!
Learn some new tricks?
Did she
Zerift.
just level?
My brother is making a nice size steak for me.
Apparently she didn't, but she's did a dialogue that sounded like she did. Stories bones tell. No, nothing? Okay, never mind. Alright. Yes. A note of eagerness creeps into the Glaive's dead voice. You have it. Pour some of its water across my lips, and I shall tell you what I promised to tell you. Here you go. Clear water from the flask trickles across the stone lips, diluting the filthy flow that spews from the holes as you watch the ditch's water slowly dissipates entirely, the dirty taint of it replaced by clear, fresh water. Clive groans in ecstasy. After a moment, he says, "Do you wish your answer now or later?" "Give it to me now." "Seek out the woman called Namel. She resides in the clerk's ward, in Upper Sigil. I know not where exactly. Best of luck in your quest, immortal." The voice seems to fade as it speaks to you. "Thanks, Clive. Farewell."
Updated my journal.
Now,
Zerift. Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Journal. They told me to seek out a woman named Namel in the clerk's ward, so I might find the word that will unleash the full power of the decanter of endless water. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Clerk's ward, Namel. Right. What else do we got? Curse of Stench. We can double check that really quick and see if we have a fix for that. I'm not sure if we're far enough yet. That would have been the southwestern area, right? That's where we get that quest from? Yeah, looks about right. Um, Requin. You will be assigned the quest if you listen to Requin's story. You can only finish this quest once you have access to the clerk's ward area as well. Okay. The Man of Curse Requiem is in the Civic Fest Hall. His name is Jumble. Alright. Or actually, no, we can go back over here. Instead. Oh well. Oops.
All right. I must rest.
Right. We need to set
I'm
up
gone.
camp now.
Yeah, we can rest here. Actually surprised they actually legit have fatigue in this game.
Zerift. I know, right?
Alright, rest it is. And now we have rested for 8 hours. Most, but not all wounds have healed, and if I may, identify spell Bone Dagger. The blade of the dagger seems to be made from a bone of some creature. The edge of this blade is extremely sharp. 1 to 6 piercing damage plus 1 enhanced, plus 1 special piercing damage, and plus 1 to hit for the Thako.
Zerift. With all those gear I half expect a man to come out and say to the bog of the stench with Yar.
All those gear. Okay. Well, 1 6 plus 1 plus 1.
Zerift. Gears.
Oh, you're trying to refer to the big behemoth towards the end of the movie, I assume. Yeah, these aren't nearly as good. We'll sell this. It's fancy, but it's not great.
Zerift. Probably who knows with my head.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why the gears matter to that particular thing, because that's not in part of any of those scenes as far as I'm aware, but my only assumption is the big golem thing at the end of the movie. Okay.
Zerift. It just reminds me of the Goblin King for some reason.
Sealed passageway. I thought it was this way. I can't remember now.
All right.
Nope, apparently not. Oh no, I remember what I'm thinking of now, and it's nowhere near here. Never mind, I don't know why I came over here. Oh well.
I'm gone.
The orders are that I can still go through here, even though Farrod's dead. You know what, since not everybody's healed up, let's go visit here again, too. She lets us, come and rest. Alright. They're mostly healed. Mort, for whatever reason, takes a long time to heal, but at the same time, he's also the hardest to hit character in the group, so he doesn't need it as much.
All right. All right.
Oh, there it is. It seems everything wants us to go to the clerk's ward. So let us do so,
right.
and hope that no one gets abducted this time. Must we talk with you? Slender man approaches you wearing a somewhat worried expression. 1,000 pardons, sir, but I'm looking for a certain man and I think you might be able to help me. Oh, how so? I'm a messenger, sir, who seeks a man that said cannot die, a scarred man for whom death is nothing but a...
Though reading Wheel of Time and watching Robert Jordan's world building does often make me evaluate.
Who seeks a man that says cannot die, a scarred man for whom death is nothing but the most trivial of annoyances. You matched the admittedly vague description it was given, sir, and I was wondering if that could be if you were he. Yeah, that'd probably be me. He nods and bows deeply. A message for you then, sir. Mistress, Julmi of the House, Sarma, a lady of high standing, has sent me. Mistress Jelmy would meet you in the Civic Fest Hall, where she would make a proposal of which I know nothing to you. Should you choose to seek her out, she wears green silks trimmed with gold, and has hair the color of blue steel. That is the extent of my message, sir. Farewell. Where's the Civic
Updated my journal.
Fest Hall? In the northeastern corner of this part of the clerk's ward, sir. 'Tis a large structure, and should be easy to spot. Farewell. Now, sir, farewell. Oh, dear. Oh. That's why I heard a certain phrase that sounded questionable.
Zerift. Sorry, accidentally hit the enter button too soon.
Taylor, to under sigil?
Zerift. Freakin' contacts.
Journal screen. I get the feeling that we've seen some new additions. Oh, these other players. Even this is apparently a playable character at some point, but haven't figured that out yet. Okay, so some of the people up here are ASMRs.
Zerift. It basically makes evaluate my world building for my campaign setting.
Katsamania, another of the factions of Sigil. Katsamania is known as the believers of the Source. They believe that all creatures have a potential for good, for them that all life is a test, and that every step is a lesson. Their relentless optimism makes them fairly popular. They make their home in the Great Foundry in the Lower Ward, crafting some of the finest metal work in the plains. Cousin guards are very devoted to their jobs. There's also
Zerift.
very...
And now I'm going to bang my head on my desk.
The guys in our guards that are very devoted to their jobs. They're also very cagey about what's going on in the foundry. Ooh. Oh, never mind. I think we already looked at that. Harmonium, one of the Sigil's other factions. The Harmonium credo is live right. Unfortunately for others, this credo often translates to live like we do or else. They believe firmly in the rule of law, and thus they serve as the enforcers of Sigil's streets. Their red armor helps them stand out in the city streets. Master Bones of the Night, Lothar keeps shelves full of skulls in his saloon. They speak long-forgotten secrets, their whispers filling his skull with arcane knowledge. He may well be one of the few in existence who can truly destroy you. The folk of Sigil speak his name in hushed, reverent tones and seem eager to avoid offending him. Farod. Shadow. That's what they're called. Those weird things are called shadows. These shadows are pale, effeminate wraiths who draw themselves from the ground quietly. They strike without warning and seem to be more of a bloodhound than a warrior. The question is, who are they a bloodhound for, and why do they keep coming for the nameless one? Thokola. Thokolas are dull and brutish humanoids. Their bodies are covered in brown, almost furry skin. Their jutting jaws do a poor job of hiding their misshapen teeth. They are warriors and find no greater joy than in bloodshed. It is probably best to avoid angering them. Townspeople. Oh, one of the creatures that we fought in the underground. Trochopactas are big white crocodilian creatures that prefer the damp. They live in the catacombs under sigil streets, fighting the Gargulis and
Zereft.
collectors
Hey, it's
foolish
the
enough to
Hellhound from
venture there.
Ghostbusters.
I guess it's kind of a lizard dog from Ghostbusters, yeah. Find the Gargoyles and collectors foolish enough to venture into their lairs. They are legend among mothers of the hive, used to frighten children and criminals alike into submission. They exist. They're nasty. Upper class folk, were-rat, a wizard, and some more zombies. Alright. Just figured it was a good time to double check that since we've been around a bit. I think this is the place where a couple things are that we're looking for. Yeah. I already hate this overly fancy place. Just a moment. Who are we looking for? Okay, yeah, I was right. Jumble Murder Sense.
I'm gone.
Before we start questioning him. The short, balding man's orange tunic and rather sizable gut give him the look of a walking pumpkin. He is absent-mindedly patting his large stomach with a slow rhythm, as if it were a drum. The man's odd, crooked smile and a strange gleam in his eye make him look a bit mad. Hello. The man gives an exaggerated, flourishing bow and presents a small card, which he reads only Jumbly Murder Sense. Sorcerer, Sextrader, Denier. He then snatches the card from your grasp and proceeds to eat it, grinning wildly all the while. Somewhere in the asylum is one Barmy short. Somewhere in the asylum is one Barmy short.
Zereft. A fancy place in Sigil Heresy, I say.
Yeah, this feels incorrect. Even though it is fancy, it does seem to be a bit grimy though, so... I have some questions for you, Jumble. Jumble, my questions? Please answer me this. Did you curse Reekwind?
Updated my journal.
Trouble puts an innocent face and shrugs as if to say, I don't know. He then covers his mouth with his hand and giggles like a giddy schoolgirl. I would like to remove his curse. I would like for you to remove his curse. Jumper pretends not to hear you, instead belching loudly and rumbling his belly, drumming his eyes, wandering around the fest hall. Is there something I could do so that you would remove his curse? Jumper won't look at you, but shakes his head. Fine then. Remove his curse before I'm forced to hurt you. Trouble raises an eyebrow and takes a step back. He opens his mouth abruptly, and through his lips or throat, don't move the shape of any words or sound. A torrent of incomprehensible babbling begins to pour forth. What the?
Updated my journal.
Trembling shuts his mouth and the gabbing ceases. He peers at you through narrowed eyes, a self-satisfied smile on his pudgy face. Suddenly you hiccup, and hiccup, and hiccup, and hiccup again. And Jumble Mercents merely turns his head and waves you away. Uh-oh, looks like you just got a curse thrown down on you, Chief. Whatever you've done to me, undo it or you'll regret it sorely.
Zerift. Bravo, Chief Asterisk Slow Clappend.
Taking all his shinies. And now he's gonna be stuck hiccuping until he can remove curse. Oh no. We can always reload. Because I don't want him doing that all the
Try
time.
kissing with that curse now.
You can do it. It's gonna be awkward.
You know, I've learned some new tricks.
She has leveled up. Why is it not telling me that? There we go. That's annoying. Upgrade her thief skills. And a few more hit points. Try this again. Greetings. You're the man that cursed Reekwind, aren't you?
Updated my journal.
I'd like you to remove his curse. Wow. The man who cursed Reekwind is in the Civic Festival. His name is Jumble. Talk to him and demand that he removes Reekwind's curse. He'll refuse you and end up cursed yourself. Exit the festival and see... Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. Try this again.
Updated my journal. I'm gone. Done.
Really quick, who we're looking for now? Next to the festival on see Celebesh the Onyx. Oh. Celebesh the Onyx, this tall, thin man dressed in heavy crimson robes, has sharp, pinched features. His eyebrows, he bows eagerly as you approach him. I am Celebesh, oft called Celebesh, the Onyx, future mage tutor for the civic festival. You've business with me, I take it? No, just some questions. About what, what do you call it? The Onyx? Long tail, which shortened to save my breath. In my youth, I was once called Celebesh the Golden, for I was said to have a heart of gold, small, hard, and yellow. Well, I cursed the fool who started that, so that he would only speak from his arse and and defecate through his mouth. The Onyx appellation among the other was along the same lines as the Golden, though admittedly somewhat more less clever. Soon followed in any case. I'm much kinder fellow now, far less prone to laying curses on and the like. I'm not certain if I deserve the name any longer. You cursed him so that what? Oh yes, you heard right. Selvesh sighs happily and then chuckles to himself. That sort of thing is why I'm known as the Master of Curses, you know. Master of Curses, perhaps you could help me then? Help you? He sneers. Doubtful. Before you can respond, he sighs, shaking his head. Well, perhaps I could. What troubles you then? Trouble murder sense cursed me. Trouble murder sense? Ha! That sputtering moon calf could never best me. Oh, one of the battles I used to have, though. Several frowns, but I'm past all that. Now, no longer my sort of thing, you see. I really don't know what I could do for you. After all, it's his curse. Now that not the sort of thing you can find in a item or some such, you know. You could remove it with a simple magic. You'll have to remove it and willingly. Well, could you teach me a curse then that I could use on him? Well, I don't normally do that. I could keep my curses to myself, you know. Besides, even a single curse would take a long, long while to learn. More time than I care to spend on it.
Zerift. Just look natural, don't mind the hiccuping barbarian, and we're walking and walking.
I just went to the bar. Perhaps you're worried your curses aren't good enough to best him anymore? You what? Of all the ridiculous! Now look here, you knuckle-dragging sack of scars! Sevelash Onyx is the master of curses, and there's no other. Why, I could give you such a single phrase that would render the nincompoops cursing wholly impotent. Teach it to me then. No, I've simply no desire to do it. Selbush looks directly into your eyes. Now kindly drop the subject, Sirrah, before you begin to annoy me. Percy looks skeptical. That's it, you made me do it. Sabbath utters a short string of impossible syllables, words of power which you note mentally for later use against Jumble. There, see what that does to him, and tell me so that the Onyx isn't the master curses them. Thank you and
Updated
farewell.
my journal. I'm gone.
Stand away from me, Mort.
I can't stand anywhere. It's this leg thing, you know?
Find a way, skull.
There he is. Get back here. Jumble frowns as your appearance, biting his thumb is in your direction and waving you away. Throw the cursed Elvish taught you at him. Jumble stares at you with a somewhat skeptical expression as you speak the arcane syllables of Selbish's curse. After a moment of awkward silence, the Sightless Mage notes that nothing seems to have happened. And then with an evil grin spreads across his face. Continue. He opens his mouth to retaliate with another curse of his own, only to realize that he has no voice. Selvish's curse has removed Jumble's ability to speak, thereby destroying Zazarek's ability to curse others. He clutches his throat in panic, welling up in his eyes. Looks like the tables have turned, Jumble. What do you think will happen when anyone you've ever cursed finds out you can't speak or curse anymore? Jumble drops to his knees, pleading from the expression in his eyes. He looks ready to burst into tears. Will you remove the curse you placed on me and swear to never curse another who didn't mean you harm? Jumble places his hands over his heart and nods vigorously. Very well, I remove the curse then.
My journal.
Jumble sighs of relief. He removes Selbish's curse from him. He in turn removes his own, and your hiccups finally stop. He then bows humbly and casts his eyes to the floor. I'd like you to take off the cursed rewind as well.
Updated my journal.
Jumble nods, pouting. With a wave of his hand, removes Reekwind's curse. Thank you, and farewell. Well, this has been an interesting run of events. Let's go check on Reekwind now that he no longer has to reek. Why is everything in our way?
Zerift. Boo ha ha.
Yeah, that's part of the hive. Travel.
All right.
You see Reekwind, his eyes have reverted to their normal size and he's no longer assailed by twitching spasms that you noticed before. He is smiling. He looks considerably cleaner than before. Greetings, Weakwind. I have questions for you. He looks at you amazed. It stopped. It all stopped just like that. He snaps his fingers and looks down at himself. Powers above, he laughs. I feel clean again. Good to hear it. Jumble didn't want to remove the curse, but I got it out of him. I thank you, sir. He looks flustered. I have nothing to pay you with, but you are in my good graces. He shrugs. For whatever it's worth. He frowns, then stands straight. I will tell the story of your kindness to all who listen. Actually, do you have any stories you haven't told me already? That could be payment enough. Yeah, actually, go with that. Of course. Requin looks around. I've had enough telling tales for a while. Do you have something else I could write them in? I have a journal here.
Updated my journal.
Requin takes the journal. Ah! He scribbles for a little while, then hands it back to you. There you are. Thank you. You ever use that name again, I, among others, would be thankful. Very well, what should I call you? My name is... He suddenly catches himself and smiles. No, perhaps I shall keep that to myself this time. He nods respectfully. Thank you again, sir. Farewell. Never mind. Alright, what's the journal upgrade? Boom. In exchange for helping him shed his curse, Requin has put a story he knew in my journal. The first of the stories was a tale of the Alley of Dangerous Angels, the alley near where he'd set up Kip. It used to be a street, but the great fire raged through it one night, setting the buildings and people aflame, leaving just the skeletal frames of houses and their residents. The broken timbers of the old burnt buildings are what give the alley its name. Apparently, several groups of thugs have taken residence there. The second tale is the story of Ignis, the mad sorcerer who was responsible for creating the Alley of Dangerous Angels. Ignis was a powerful sorcerer who had been taught by one of the last of the great magi, and burned with the art, so much so that drove him burning people and buildings when the urge struck him. One night he unleashed his power on one of the streets in the hive, burning it down and torching the residents. Whether out of revenge or justice, several minor mages in the hive band together and used their combined knowing of the art of to turn Ignis's body into a conduit of the elemental plane of fire. They hoped the pain would kill him. It didn't. Apparently, it just caused Ignis to enter a deep sleep. The third is a tale. The third and last tale is the story of Farod. Apparently, Farod was once a member of the aristocracy in Sigil, but he used his position to bend laws, cheat others, and even condemn innocent men. His acts were so deceitful that it damned his soul to the lower planes when he died. When he learned of this, he became afraid and looked for a way to dodge his fate. Apparently, he consulted several seers and was told that he would find the means of saving himself in the trash of Sigil. Farod cast off his position of respect and became the King of Rags, sending his gang of collectors to scour Sigil's streets in search of something that would set his soul free, but he knows not what it is. Interesting. Actually, is there...
Sir. Oh, you can just taste them all over your...
Okay. Any other updates? Not really. I'm not going to be able to find that out. Yeah, main quest is pretty much all that we got left.
Come on now.
I'm gone.
I'm that person that wants to speak to me. Hello. This is thin, sharp-faced man thrusts forward, you calling for your attention. Sir, be a moment of your time. Were you, perchance here to visit the tailor? Nope. Ignore him, keep going. Hear him, Can I beg of you to enter the place and fetch my costume for me, sir? I have a masquerade to go to, and I have not the time nor commission another tailor. Why don't you just fetch it yourself? He sneers, rolling his eyes. That ported snout I somehow offend the puffy, pomp-filled jackanapes forbidden me to enter the store and refuses to have words with me. Imagine! I'll get your costume, but not for free. You'll what? For the power's sake, man, you're just fetching a costume. It won't take you a moment of your time. I certainly don't think such a meager act is worth a wage, sir. That's not worth my time. Farewell. Wait! He sighs. 10 copper commons, then, for an errand that will take a mere minutes, if that will suit you, sir. Yes, give me the money, I'll fetch your costume. He hands you the coins, muttering all the while. 'Tis a long building just here. He points to the long, low structure northeast of the gate to the lower ward. Please make haste. I'll get it.
Updated
Farewell.
my journal. Done.
Look at this fancy place. It's actually probably one of the nicer looking places we've seen so far. Hello, sir. The short, heavy-set, middle-aged man is wearing clothes that seem to be spun of glittering gold. In his hands he holds a bolt of cloth, stirring taut across the wooden frame. He is currently embroidering some pattern into the fabric. Hello. Man doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. He continues his work as embroidery, muttering under his breath as he sews. Shimmering motes of light seem to sparkle and drop from the tip of the needle. To hell with it. Is anyone else? Clerk's Ward citizens. Clerk's Ward citizens. Maybe it's this person we need to talk to? I don't know. Please, sir. I've things to do. I'd appreciate your leaving me be if it'd be so kind. Oh. Nope. Oh no, there's Senate people. Never mind. Sir. Hello. Good sir, did you hear me? The man does not look up from you from his work, frowning distastefully as he answers you. Yes, I am working, certain that what you need is truly quite urgent. Now, if you could be silent for just a moment. Wait quietly. At last he sets down the embroidery and looks up at you. Before he can speak, however, he suddenly picks up another item and sets to work on it. Again, he works another item, then sets work on again. And again, he works what looks to be tiny, colored sparkles stripped from the fabric. Wait some more. Finally finishes his work, setting it down to examine you. Greetings, now what is it that you need to see me about? I have some questions. I wanted to pick up, dustbin costume? No. What were those lights you were embroidering? I'm here to, actually, actually the dustman costume might be legitimately what we're here for. Your luck, sir. I happen to have one available. It costs only 30 copper commons. I'll take it. A set of neatly folded robes from under. Here you are, sir. I would warn you, though, is that this is for the upcoming masquerade of Lord Urme, masquerade of Lord Urd. Many folk are already attending as dustmen. I'll keep that in mind. Farewell. Don't care. This a-hole can get his costume. And looks, he said, well, did you get the costume from Convos? Yes, here it is. It only cost me 30 commons.
Updated my journal.
Fine, take it. Here. He tosses you 30 more copper commons. No, I've got to be off. Farewell. Go be the clown that you are, sir.
All right.
I hope you're proud of yourself. The Under Sigil. This is grabbing my attention right now. Yo. Large red armored figure standing in the place, apparently guarding the stairs beside him. You dimly recall that this ornate armor marks him as a officer of the Harmonium, one of the, who provides law enforcement for the city. Leave him be. I'm just looking. Archway leads underground.
All right.
I didn't know there was an Under Sigil. And it sounds like it's full of hungry nastiness. Oh my word, what is that? Larval worm. Wow, and apparently they hit our guys like freight engines. I level up in the middle of a battle. Okay, you're leveled up.
Zerift. Mild enemy worms. Well, sandworms are mild enemy, but I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, focus on him.
The fiendling.
That's what I get for getting into a scrape.
Wow. How far back did this set me? I might be done for tonight. Been at this for a while. This was most recent. Oh, I think it saved before we went in.
Right.
You know what? Thank you for the autosave. Dear God. Okay. Oh, yikes. Actually, we might be done for today anyways. Let me double check what time we are at here. I can find out by the dashboard. Oh yeah, we're an hour and a half in, so... Alright, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you, sir, for joining me in the chat. Thank you everybody watching on YouTube and BitChute. Do check out the links below if you wish to find the other channels, or to check out the live streams yourself and join in. But that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all again for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for some more Planescape Torment. And earlier in the day, as long as...
Later, Matt.
Yeah, earlier in the day, as long as things are still going, we'll also have Borderlands the pre-sequel. Alright, have a good night.